One day she's got a boyfriend, the next day she's engaged, and then she says she's married. Girl, why are you playing these mind games? Love games, head games, brain games, mind benders, brain twisters. She's playing with my mind. I saw her on the street with another guy. Funny, 'cause she told me she didn't want to be in a relationship. Mind games, love games, head games, word games, brain twisters, mind busters. She's playing with my mind. Word quizzes, brain busters, trivia questions, puzzle conundrums, jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, word search. She says she wants to Uber home now, 'cause you're just not her type of guy. But she still wants to be your friend, and if she meets her Mr. Right, then maybe you could help her move her stuff when she moves in with him. But for now, she just wants an Uber home. She says it's not that you're not handsome, you're just not her cup of tea. 'Cause she's got better things to do than to hang around with you. She's got other ways she'd rather spend her time, and that's why she just wants to Uber home. He was a star, but he didn't get far. That's the way of fortune and fame. Yeah, he was funny, made lots of money, but you can't remember his name. And if you see me out on the street, buy me a cup of coffee, put me back on my feet. He went to parties and he met starlets, even had a wife or two. Those were the good days, those were the old days, but now those days are through. And if you see me out on the street, buy me a cup of coffee, put me back on my feet. It was November, or maybe December. She saw him on a TV show. He did a guest spot, and then she remembered his name was Hollywood Joe. And if you see me out on the street, buy me a cup of coffee, put me back on my feet. Buy me a cup of coffee, put me back on my feet. Even though they say she's out of my league, I'm coming up with a plan. I'm gonna change the way I strut my stuff. I'm gonna be a new man. I'll make her homemade ice cream. Ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up to make her homemade ice cream. Capers on top, and I'm gonna make her mine with my homemade ice cream. Ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up to make the homemade ice cream. Capers on top, and I'm gonna make her mine with my rather be all alone than to have my heart broken. I could live on a deserted island as long as there was food. And I'd rather just waste away than to spend my life thinking about the choices that I've made and how I'd change them if I could. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody run for the western side. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody's drinking turpentine. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody run for the woods. Someone's shitting on a shingle and it isn't very good. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody run for the western side. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody's drinking turpentine. Check, 1, 2, testing, test, 1, 2, 3, checking the mic. Checking the mic. Hello. Help. Help. Hello everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be teaching you how to make restaurant style tortilla chips. These would be similar to the ones that you'd get if you went to, for example, a Mexican restaurant, Southwestern, South American type of a restaurant, mostly American Southwest type cuisine. There's also, well, first I want to say a couple of thank yous here. We've got this artwork, which you can't see the picture of roast beef, unfortunately, because of the nature of the way that my life works in terms of technical stuff. But this is given to us by Caffeinated Cat, and it's very nice. If you want to see the full picture, you can go to the Discord. Also want to, we've got a couple of things here, a couple of alerts, if you will. Allow me to Hessex122, thank you for resubscribing. Sun Jockey says, oh my God, it's been 7 months. I need to get control of my life. Google D's Nuts has resubscribed for 20 months and says, appreciate you, Big H. Appreciate you right back, Google D's Nuts. Dark Aegis resubscribed for 13 months. Pancake King, thank you so much. Lucky number 13. Thanks, Dark Aegis. A girl from class cheered 100 bits. And Mochi's Nirvana, one of our VIP users here, and there's only 2 of them, who helps us put together amazing streams. Mochi gifted 10 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much for that, Mochi. We're currently at 482 subscribers, so you know we're hovering around that 500. I guess you could say we're peering into the window of 500 and trying to stalk it, and hopefully we'll be able to eventually break in there. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. And Calicus has resubscribed for 15 months. Thank you, Henry. I just want to Uber home. Yeah, that's a song by Jose Suicidio. Uber, it's unfinished, as are a lot of those songs that I played today. It's Kate X resubscribed for 19 months and says, in the eternal and holy words of Jose Suicidio, these 19 months have helped me make it through the night. I'm so happy to hear that, It's Kate X, and you help us make it through the show with all of the amazing stuff that you contribute. And Frozen Firefly has subscribed as well. And I think that catches us up. Oh wait, Hank Boozle says, from one Hank to another. Thank you, Hank. It's good to see another Hank. Ouija Board, spelled B-O-R-E-D, says, holy moly, Henry, you look more handsome than usual today. Well, it's not me. It's just that I'm wearing a tie and a shirt, which is a suggestion for anybody out there who's having difficulty with their appearance, like I have been for the last 30 or so years. You can always put on some fancy dress clothes, and if nothing else, it'll distract people. Poopy Fart Pants 123 has subscribed for 12 months. Thank you, Poopy Fart Pants. We sincerely appreciate your generosity. And Dazzlecat resubscribed for 13 months and says, this is the funnest cult I've ever joined. Well, welcome. Thank you for referring to it as a cult. I always wanted to be a cult leader ever since I saw the movie about Jim Jones, Guyana Tragedy, with Powers Booth. Hank Boozle says, can we have exclusive premium factor ads during the ad break? That would be great. Oh, I left out a very important one here. Destrolock09 has resubscribed for 18 months and says, hi, Henry, today's my birthday. What's your advice on dealing with this tragic time, getting 1 year closer to the end? Can today's recipe help me with that? Okay, well, we're going to do a song for you, and hopefully that will take a little bit of the edge off. But I want to say, Destrolock09, I think the analogy is, if you're in jail, and you're only in jail for like 3 days or something, because maybe you did some kind of prank, you stole the other school's mascot, or you know, I don't know, loitered or trespassed at the high school prom and heckled everybody because you weren't able to find a date. Whatever your thing is, 3 days in jail is really not that big of a deal, and it's not a bad price to pay for whatever silly thing that you did. But being in jail for 20 years would be a lot worse, and you'd be counting down those days, the entire 20 years that you're in there. And when you get toward the end, toward that last year, you're going to start counting those days even more vigorously, and it's eventually going to feel like it's going faster and faster. Well, let's just say that's kind of what life is. And as you get toward the end, the days start going much faster. And when these birthdays are just reminders that it's coming,
I guess that's a terrible analogy because in my jail analogy, you actually want to eventually be free. So it's a different type of anticipation. I'm going to work on that, and I'm sorry for wasting everybody's time with that rambling nonsense that I just did. But I'm going to get a guitar here, and we're going to do a song for Destrolock '09. Let's get some reverb going. Some verb. Check. Check 1, 2. Help! It's going to be out of tune, and I'm sorry about that, but it sort of contributes to the dystopian nature of the subject matter.
It's nobody's birthday. There'll be no need for cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but Destrolock '09.
Okay, we're gonna have to tune this, but I think that was okay. At the last minute I couldn't find the name and I had to do it by memory, but I got it right. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Destrolock '09, and enjoy the birthday. Do something that makes you happy, because that's the only way you're gonna distract yourself from the impending doom that you're facing. Queso's third leg. Queso's third leg says it's my birthday. Okay, well, let's see if we can do... Hold on. I'm going to try to tune this thing a little bit. I have it tuned low. So far, this is very entertaining content, I'm sure. Okay, so what is that name again? Queso's third leg. It's nobody's birthday. No tail on the donkey today. No need to celebrate being alive when your dreams get whisked away. It's nobody's birthday. No need to bargain or beg, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but Queso's third leg. Okay, this chat is treating me very poorly because every time I want to reference the person's name, it changes. It goes to something else. But anyway, I'm not worried about that particularly. So I want to talk a little bit for a second about what we're doing here. You might notice on the top left, there's a widget right here, and it says Factor _. Well, to some of you that's very familiar, because Factor was the first company that sponsored us here on Henry's Kitchen's Twitch channel, and I have very fond memories of it. A lot of people signed up, and it's I'm I didn't hear from any sponsors for a long time, and I was worried that maybe I did something wrong or whatever, but I think it's just the ebb and flow of the economy and other things like that. But Factor is sponsoring today's episode. Factor is a company that sends you meals, and they do it based on what your own specific choices are. If you want to do healthy meals, they'll send you healthy meals, and if you want, they could send you more decadent meals if that's what you're into. And now they've really upped their game when it comes to the nutrition thing. There's a lot of juices, wellness shots, which is basically just a lot of fine ingredients that your body needs that contain vitamins and etc. So anyway, I'm going to talk about it later, and I'm going to go through the website. And I want to address really quick the fact that I am doing a sponsored stream. Here's the thing. Have I sold out by having sponsors come on to the stream and help Henry's Kitchen and wearing a tie? Yeah, I think I have. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to just read the statement from Factor. That's really, and by the way, I don't want anybody out there to feel pressured like you have to do this. A lot of people are very loyal, and when we did the last campaign, we had like 40 or so people sign up, and it was fantastic. This is specifically a campaign to try to get people who are new to the product, who live in the U.S. Unfortunately, it is available in other places, but this campaign is really only for if you live in the U.S. So I apologize if you don't live in the U.S. You can fast forward over these parts if you're watching the DVD or whatever. But the thing that I wanted to say is I don't want to do a hard sell or anything, but it is a great product. I've done it before, and I'm just going to read their statement here just to make sure that everybody knows. First thing I want to ask, this is a technical thing, are you seeing the chat bot? There's supposed to be a little notification on a timer that tells you what the link is. Is that working? Oh yeah, here it is. It's from Stream Elements. Get 50% off your first Factor 75 box plus free wellness shots for life using my link. And of course the caveat there is that it's for life as long as you're ordering the boxes. 2 free wellness shots per order with an active subscription. So I'm going to read this here. So if you use the particular link that's in the chat, then you can get 50% off the first box and go from there. And they will also send you these free wellness shots. So that means you can choose 2 free wellness shots from the 3 available flavors for every order while you're still an active subscriber. All right, I'm going to be talking more about it, and I promised them that I would go through the website, and they're good people and they're a good company. And look at that, we already have 1 subscriber. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm glad everything's working on a technical level. That's usually my my downfall. I have other downfalls as well, but that's usually one of them. Okay, Quanto says the only thing Henry's sold out on is Henry's Kitchen signature aprons. Oh yeah, I'm a mess when it comes to merch. It costs me upfront money in order to get the materials for the aprons. I do also have to fill orders for people who are on the Patreon, so sometimes those get prioritized, and so I'm out of stock. This is all very boring stuff, I'm sure, but I do want to say that I'm going to be better about it. That's one of my New Year's resolutions, even though it's March. It's Kate X says, "Hi Henry, myself and the Sunday Discord pre-gamers would like to know your thoughts on the use of raised embossed lettering on business cards and if they would fit with an eggshell color background. Thanks." Are you talking about business cards for yourself? Or I guess it depends on what the business cards and whom they are for. But raised embossed lettering on business cards sounds really fancy. And if they would fit with an eggshell, and then eggshell color can mean a couple of different things. I've noticed when I buy eggs, they usually come either in white or brown. So I just need some more specifics before I can give a definitive answer on anything there. There's a division within the group about using bone color. And isn't it true that bones aren't actually white? They're a different color, but they become white when they're exposed to the air. But I might have just been talking out of my ass right there. Nella Wallen wants to know what would happen if you fed your kid an ice cream cone with refried beans all growing up. Then one day they're at their friend's house and they're confused when they try real ice cream. Well, that's going to be one very healthy kid, because instead of getting all of that sugar and all the saturated fat that is contained in an ice cream cone, they're getting fiber in the beans. So I think they probably wouldn't like the real ice cream when they finally had it. I think it would taste weird and gross to them. Computer, what are the advantages of eating refried beans? Okay, thank you very much, computer, for that wonderful insight. I don't know why the Computer, what time is it?
It's 12:18 p.m.
See, the computer's there. It just didn't want to answer that question for some reason. What the heck was that noise? Can you hear me? Is everybody still there? Hello? Help! Okay. Well, we're going to do some songs, so that's why the reverb is on. Everyone type Force and says, "Hi Henry, sorry I'm late. I found out I lost my job as a math teacher. Same job I've had since 2000. That's 46 years down the drain." Yeah. No, I'm very sorry to hear that. That's a long time, and I don't know if you were offered some kind of a severance package or a pension or whatever, but I would say if you've been working there 46 years, you should definitely tell them that they suck for firing you. That's all you can do when you get fired, really. Okay, we also have a couple new alerts coming down the pike. Borsonvin tipped $5 and says, "Hey Henry, Factor allows you to try different diets like keto, meat and berries, calorie smart, dolphin steak, and ape consommé or flexitarian, when you can only eat flexible foods." Yeah, it sounds like you've already been going to the website, and I'm going to go to the website and do all of the demonstrations there. Slash Knox, "Henry, my wife left me. I can't understand why. Maybe it was because the woman I cheated on her with was from France. She hates France." Yeah, the person that you cheat with, the other person in the party, can be a large determinant of the health of your relationship. But this is all non-cooking related. I don't want to get too into this. Nella Wallen cheered 100 bits. Thank you very much, Nella Wallen. Lola Fekai has subscribed. Codex of DieFed, 16 months. Thank you so much. Lisi gifted a tier 1 sub to Mads232. Destrolock09 gifted a tier 1 sub to Affian. Shane Yes subscribed for 21 months and says, "Looking amazing today, Henry." Thank you, Shane Yes, and you too. And the Chunks subscribed and says, "Time flies when you're eating well. Thanks for all the cooking tips." Absolutely, that's what we do here. Wow, we've got a lot of subscriptions coming in. I know we've got songs and we gotta go through our recipe. I also want to do a quick check on my cat roast beef. Yeah, you can't really see him from this angle, but we'll be checking in on roast beef in a little bit. He's doing all right. He had a little bit of a sneeze recently, which wouldn't be bad for a young cat, but it's very concerning when you're an old guy like him. Your immune system, Okay, Lex4 Live resubscribed for 14 months and says, Henry is my biological father. Could be. It could be. Simply Rarity has subscribed for 10 months. It says, hey Henry, I'm excited to learn how to make these chips. I'm sick and tired of buying them at the store. They can be so expensive. Also, nice outfit today, very saucy. You remind me of a waiter at a 5-star steakhouse. Boy, that would be a dream job for me. It would be great. Is there such a thing where you can be the waiter and the guy who cooks? Because I'd like to cook people something. Maybe the beef Wellington that we did last time, and then I could serve it also. Okay, everybody, we're getting way off. So let's go ahead and get the guitar and do a couple songs. Oh. Sorry about that. I spilled milk. All right. So, I hope nobody minds, but all of the pressure and the preparation that went into me doing a sponsored stream really ate into the time that I had to learn the new songs. I have your new songs in the queue. I'm going to learn them. But today I thought I would do some original songs. These are songs that I wrote. People have requested them in the past, and I've never done them. So I thought I would do them today as sort of a precursor for me going on a little bit of a mini tour. I'm going to be going to Key West in a couple weeks, Key West, Florida, and a couple of the users are going to meet me there, and we're going to do user type stuff. And then I'm going to go to Peoria, Illinois, and I believe there's some users coming to that one also. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Penguins in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. There's also Davenport, Iowa, and Burlington, Iowa. And St. Louis is a maybe. Still trying to find the venue there. But here we go. This is a song. This is probably one of the first songs that I ever wrote. It's sort of a folk song, and I hope everybody enjoys it. I might forget the lyrics. It's called The Happy Song. Well, I woke up this morning and I took a look around, and everywhere I went I heard a happy, happy sound. Happy song, yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy song, yeah, yeah, yeah. I sent my love a letter and a tape of my happy song. Can't wait for her to learn it so we can sing it all day long. Happy song, yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 I waited 40 days and nights for my love's response to come, but to my dismay she said my happy song was dumb. Sad song, yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Then I wrote some new words and I changed my happy song. Now we sing it every day and everybody sings along. Dumb song, yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 So if you look hard enough in that song, you'll find a message. And it's a message of adaptability and making compromises and overcoming disappointment and eventually finding solutions. And that's a lot of what life is. So that song's completely unreleased, by the way. It's impossible to access that song unless you're accessing the performance that I just did right there, unless it exists in some other form, but I don't think so. Okay, and then moving through, this is another song. This one I wrote maybe a couple of, oh no, roast beef, my cat is coming out here. He's gonna try to ruin stuff. Okay, you might hear a little bit of meowing going on here. Here, hold on, everybody. I'm gonna set up the camera on roast beef. Okay, so a little bit about what's going on with roast beef. He is an older cat. I think one of the reasons that he's still alive after all these years is that he drinks a hell of a lot of water. Like so much water. He'll go over there and drink water, and that's smart. He knows what's good for him. He probably has, some organs that aren't working the way they were when he was a younger cat, so he's compensating by doing a little extra. Cats know what they're doing. They're good at stuff. It's Kate X says, maybe this is a fountain of youth. Could be. If that's the case, then I'm going to go drink out of it as well. But also notice the way that a cat instinctively knows, like he could have accessed the water head on with his butt facing us, but he knows the camera's there. Cats always know where the camera is. And so he went back to the wall so that we would get a frontal shot. It's just a smart thing that they've evolved to do. They just know where the cameras are at all times, where they can get the cutest angles, even in their older age. So, all right, well, oh wow, that's interesting. I'm looking at the count here. Before roast beef got on, there was 250 viewers. Now we have 318 viewers. So we're actually getting more viewers when we show my cat drinking water than we do when I'm doing my music. That's just sort of an interesting marketing research thing that I just found out. Who would have known that this would be more engaging than content that I worked on for many years of my life? Okay, he's done. He's gonna find out that there's not a lot of food there and he's gonna get pissed off. Durs1 says roast beef is handsome, that's why. And you're absolutely right. Roast beef is the handsome one in the household. And sometimes I'll ask him, what's it like to be good looking? It's gotta be amazing. Like, people wanna love you and all kinds of stuff. Parasitosis says change the channel name to Boof's Kitchen and then we'd have tons of views. Yeah, that would. That would probably do it. Mochi's Nirvana says new Patreon video is fantastic. Those theme park churros look exactly like the ones they sell at Walt Disney World. Thank you very much, Mochi. And if anybody's curious to know about that, well, you can either join the Patreon. If you go to Instagram, my Instagram, which is I think it's either at Henlips or at Henlips1, you can see a video that seems to be getting some good traction, just an excerpt of me making the Disneyland churros. Ben's Frankie Founding Daddy says, roast beef just has that charm. You're absolutely right. He really, really does. And must be nice. A couple of shout outs here. Blinder resubscribed. Ex-Brother Steel X. And that catches us up. So let's go ahead and do another song, shall we? Okay, so this song here, I remember I was in my 8th year of community college in Pasadena, California, and I was studying all kinds of subjects, sciences and zoology, because I knew I was going to own a cat at one point, and I wanted to learn about where animals come from and how you classify them and what have you. So I remember meeting a young lady in the class, well, not a young lady, but a lady in the class, and she didn't speak a word of English, and I didn't speak, her language, and but we had a little bit of a romance, and this is a song that I wrote for her during those times, and I hope you enjoy it. And with Valentine's Day coming up, this could be a good song for you to play for your loved ones. It's gonna come right up in about 11 months. You are the blossom, I am the vine. You are the blossom, I am the vine. Sweet little blossom of mine, hanging on the vine, extracting all the nutrients from the inside. Sweet little blossom of mine. You are the oyster, I am the pearl. You are the oyster, I am the pearl. Sweet little oyster of mine, irritating you on the inside, covering me with your shiny mucus-like substance until I shine. Sweet little oyster of mine. I am the host organism. You are the unicellular dinoflagellate algae. I am the host organism. You are the unicellular dinoflagellate algae. And this is the part where you guys need to sing along with me. Sweet little unicellular dinoflagellate algae of mine, letting me use your chloroplast that I can photosynthesize, providing me with carbon in exchange from the nutrients you obtain from my catabolic pathways. Sweet little unicellular dinoflagellate algae of mine. Okay, so normally when I do this in the show, it's a 45-minute song, but I'm just gonna cut to the end now. You are the Elvis, I am the Colonel Tom Parker. You are the Elvis, I'm the Colonel Parker. Sweet little Elvis of mine, right there by my side, pulling your bloated 250-pound cocaine and barbiturate-saturated body out of the bathtub to keep you from drowning in a puddle of your own vomits. Sweet little Elvis of mine. Sweet little Elvis of mine. Okay. All right. We have a request from everyone type Forsen, and then we got to do some cooking. Roast beef is here at my feet, and all is right with the world. So we're going to jump to much later in my life when I realized that a lot of the people that I started doing comedy with at open mic nights and smoky bars filled with maybe 8 or 10 people started getting very successful, and I started seeing them on television while I was still playing in those open mic nights with 8 to 10 people, and I just was very happy for those people. Hank Boozle says, could you make an abrasive noise this song to get my cat off my lap so I can get into the kitchen? Oh, an abrasive noise, okay. Well, I could either do it with my singing, or maybe, does this work? Or maybe cats like that, I don't know. You can only be so abrasive with an acoustic guitar, unfortunately. That's part of the beauty of it and the disadvantage. Okay, here we go. Hank Boozle says that worked perfectly, thanks. Wow, I'm glad I could help. Okay, this is a request for everyone type force, and this song is about success and the lack of it. And this was co-written by my friend Joe Kelly Jr., who's a great songwriter who also wrote the song by Jose Suicidio. He works for me and Jose Suicidio. He wrote the song Cup of Coffee that you heard during the intro, if you've been here for that long. Also want to thank a couple of people here. Blinder, X-Brother Steel X, Flood Rana, and Into the Ink. Thanks for your resubscriptions. That puts us currently at 490 subscribers, so we're getting to that point. So here we go. Let's do this song for everyone typed Forsen. It's a true story. I'm in Minneapolis, you're in Hollywood, and I heard for you things are going really good. You're screening your calls, I'm freezing my balls off, 'cause I'm in Minneapolis and you're in Hollywood. I'm in Jasper, Texas, you're in La La Land, and I just did a show and got heckled by the Ku Klux Klan. Sex on the beach, I'm opening for Screech, because I'm in Jasper, Texas, and you're in Hollywood. So that was Screech, who's no longer with us, but that was somebody who was doing the road a lot at that time. I'm in Opelousas, Louisiana, you're in Tinseltown, and I just saw your face on TV while I was flipping around. Oh boy, I can't remember the lyrics. You're at the Beverly Hills Hotel, I'm next door to an Al-Qaeda cell. There's mud coming out of the water spout, the toilet paper just ran out, so excuse me if I sound just a little off kilter. I've been wiping my ass with a coffee filter, 'cause I'm in wherever I said I was, and you're in Hollywood. Alright, this is one more verse, and this is a oh boy. I'm in a bowling alley somewhere near Oskaloosa, Iowa. You're on the Walk of Fame, and the people here seem to think my songs are lame. I just did a show and they hated my guts. Some chick with a mullet just kicked me in the nuts. Same damn song for the 2000th time. You are the blossom and I am the vine. I'm gonna go to the hotel and drown my sorrow. Does anybody have a rope I can borrow? 'Cause I'm in a bowling alley somewhere near Oskaloosa, Iowa. Pancake King says when the key changes, you know it's the shit. And I hope that wasn't a typo, because if you put the shit, that's a compliment. If you had just said, you know it's shit, it's a very subtle difference for some of our people out there that are learning the English language. Definitely make sure that article the is in there. If you're going to go up to, for example, a person that you want to compliment and say, hey, your hairstyle is the shit. You don't want to leave out the. No Frag TV. Can you do one in Espanol, por favor? Sí, probablemente, pero para mí lo más importante es que yo cook. Yeah. We got to get to cooking, but that Spanish was a nice transition into what we're doing here. So let's do it, shall we? And Also, again, I'm going to go through the website and everything, so I don't want to get too distracted. But we've got 2 signups for our factor here, and I just want to say thank you. Thanks. Uh-oh. Roast beef is going crazy here. He's having a little bit of a rough one, I guess. He's been sleeping all day, and sometimes when you sleep all day, you get tired. And there he is. He's just a little on the crabby side. But anyway, we're going to be doing more shots to roast beef. I noticed the viewership went down considerably when I took the camera off of him. Okay, so everybody calm down. What's happening right now is roast beef wants to be put in his bed, so I guess I'm going to have to do that. Hold on. Maybe real quickly, this would be a good time to check out our video. That's not it. I don't know. This was something that H-Lee's made for us for Christmas, and it's I guess an AI version sort of my face, but with plungers on the nipples. So we're gonna go ahead and
Village. In this video
we've
clip,
got
I'll be
John.
talking
You can
about
watch a
work,
little bit of John
light operation.
while I
Hi,
put
this
roast
is
beef.
John, and in this clip, I'll be talking about tool inspection. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, we'll be installing and fine-tuning our top cap pieces. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, I'll be talking about your work area. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, we will be hanging our storm door. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, we will be installing the closers.
Okay, all right. Is everybody there? We're really getting distracted today. Okay, so I also want to say thank you to the person who submitted this background. Had some really nice backgrounds. This is Michelle C. Thanks, Michelle C. Michelle C. said this was a little bar in her neighborhood, and it looks like this was between sets. I like it. Like it very much. Let's see what else we've got here that you submitted this time around. This one here comes from Crab Keek Z. Very nice. It looks like a nice picture of the planes there, and then you've got a milk carton. Oh wait, no, the milk carton is us. Thank you, Crab Cake Z, for that one. And what else do we got? Michael Bublé, who takes time out of his busy schedule singing to send us the food that he's making. This looks like an awesome pizza. Thank you very much, Michael Bublé 4422. I'm sorry that your name was taken up by the time you got to Twitch. Violent Silhan 89 gives us this one. My face, this is me with a mullet from years ago, but my face is being blocked out by the Factor ad, which is fine with me because their ad supports Henry's Kitchen. My fully unexposed mullet doesn't do much for anybody. Okay, and what else do we've got? Crush with Eyeliner sends us this one. Oh, wow. Is that who I think it is? It looks a little like Bon Scott. Oh, yeah. AC/DC Lane. This must be in Australia. AC/DC is one of my favorite bands. All right. Thank you for sending that. And that's from Crush with Eyeliner. Just going to go through the rest of these here. Kala. Is this another venue pick? All You Bleed Is Love. That sounds a little bit like an AC/DC title, and hybrid with the Beatles. Thanks, Kala, for that one. staying with the two-syllable names that end with the syllable la, we've got Nella. Gives us this one. This is John. It says, all hail John. John is awesome when it comes to explaining and the art of saying what you're going to be doing in the beginning of it. JB's Tech. Wow. This is really awesome. This is cool. Okay. I don't know if this is JB's Tech's actual kitchen, but it's beautiful. And also, JB's Tech just renewed his Tier 3 subscription, which is amazing. Thank you very much, JB's Tech. And it says, hi, Henry. I'm new to this whole concept of purchasing sponsored goods and or services. Do I send the pre-signed blank check directly to Factor, or do I send it to you to take care of? Or do I send it to both of you? Do checks still work? No, JB's Tech, we haven't used checks in society for a number of years. There are some people that still do. But you can write a check to me, I believe, and I'll cash it and get money if that's what you're looking to do. So I appreciate it. But you don't need to write a check for your Tier 3 subscription. And thanks very much, and you're on the board. And also, Nella Wallen, you're on the board too. I want to thank It's Kate for bringing that to my attention. No Frag TV says, your kitchen is looking incredible, Henry. No, I want to make it very clear and disclaim that this is not my kitchen. This is artwork submitted by JB's Tech, and it's really nice. Desolate Reality subscribed for 2 months and says, I've never seen Henry look fancier. He's almost as good looking as roast beef. Well, that's a huge compliment. Thank you very much. And I really do appreciate that. It's much better than a lot of the mean things people say when you're an online personality like I've become. A cooking explainer, if you will. Danny Wonders says, I just had a Greg's sausage roll. Would love to see you attempt sausage rolls. Yeah, we've never done that. I've done the Scotch egg, but that's a good idea. Hacklin resubscribed for 22 months and says, did you know that every year about 98% of the atoms in your body are replaced? Wow, I did not know that. So if you get caught for a crime a year after committing it, just say it wasn't you and you'd be 98% correct. Wow, once that information gets out into the mainstream, that's going to cause a lot of paperwork nightmares when it comes to people that are incarcerated for crimes. All right. So let's see. Thank you, Hacklin. And I think we have a couple more pictures. I like to get to everybody's. Phaedrus sends us a picture of his javelinas. I guess Phaedrus has... Phaedrus, I'm guessing because of the theme in your pictures that you're either a big fan of the American Southwest or you live there. But either way, these are awesome. I just wish I wasn't covering them up with myself. Thank you for sharing, Phaedrus. And I think that about covers it. And of course, Caffeinated Cath did our opening artwork. So, there we go. All right, everybody, we've got work to do. Let's do our work. I used Borsenvin's donation to buy a mat that was like an anti-gravity mat or something like that had some technology that was proprietary that enabled me to stand for 2 hours without compressing the bones in my spine up against my leg bones, for lack of more knowledge about what those things are. But I lost it. It was several $1,000s, but it was only about 1 square foot, so I would have had to stand like this the whole time. But I lost it anyway. I think I threw it out accidentally, thinking it was a placemat or something. But Borsenben, thank you so much for all that you've done. And I am going to find that thing again, and it's going to make it a lot easier to stand for these kind of epic streams. All right, everybody, let's make tortilla chips. We're going to need a knife for this. I don't want us to go crazy with the knife. This is called a paring knife. It's not very sharp. You don't need to go crazy with the knifing on this. This is not worth risking harm to yourself or to any loved ones. Okay. Munch Hotel says, should we look at the white balance settings on the camera? Hey, I just pushed white balance. Does that make it any better? A lot of times the camera stuff changes based on what the light's doing outside. But thank you very much, Munch Hotel, for keeping your eye on the technical matters when everybody's all excited about cooking. It's real easy to overlook some of those important things. Kairosa says it looks warmer. Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, thanks. All right. Let's go to the website. The website that I'm going to be using comes from a website called easytortillagals.com. And let's go through here. Making homemade tortilla chips. There are a few really good store-bought tortilla chip brands available, but we haven't found anything that beats homemade chips. Homemade tortilla chips are very easy to make and are perfect for nachos or serving alongside your favorite dips and salsa. Some of my favorites are fresh pico de gallo, guacamole, and then of course there's links to the various products, and that's how they pay for the website. And Mr. Dink's Vibrator says, are we making milk chips today? You do bring up an interesting point. I don't think milk is in this recipe. It's somehow milk made its way to my cutting board, and it has nothing to do with what we're doing today. So I apologize about that. I hope I didn't mislead anybody. I'm going to take a bite of a cookie that I got from the Whole Foods today because I'm a little hungry. Damn, that's good. So we'll read a little bit more here. Where'd it go? Okay. For the best tortilla chips, fry them. We have shared details for both fried and baked tortilla chips. The baked chips are excellent, but they'll never be as light or crispy. Well, that sucks. I didn't read that because we're actually going to be baking them. But I'll show you what they're going to look like. So you can see that there's, wait, that's not it. This is them. Okay, that's what we're going to be making today. And it's going to be frickin' delicious. But let's move on here. Start with homemade corn tortillas or use good quality store-bought tortillas. For the best flavor, look for tortillas that have been using nixtamalized corn. Now, what is nixtamalized, you may ask? I ask because I don't know what nixtamalized is. And it says here, nixtamal is dried corn that has been cooked and soaked in water with calcium hydroxide, also known as slaked lime or cal. This ancient process makes tortillas taste incredible and makes the outer walls of the corn more easily digestible for us, unlocking nutrients available in the corn that would not be otherwise ingested. Not all store-bought tortillas use this method, which is why the flavor of corn tortillas can vary. Look for the words nixtamal or nixtamalized on the package. You can also look at the ingredients list on the package. It should be short and have the words lime or cow present. Okay. I've never heard that. I've never even heard about that. So let's take a look at our ingredients. I don't know if these are nixtamalized or not. I just have store-bought mini tortillas. I think they're of the flour variety. May or may not be nixtamalized. You want some type of spray. Something like canola oil or PAM or one of those sprays that apparently causes damage to the ozone layer. Our spices, which are really going to be kind of the star of the show, the salt, pepper, of course, I'll be using a fine cumin as well as my stoked paprika. And that's really it, guys. So we're just going to cut these up into, what does it say? Getting the recipe is impossible. Holy shit. I'm scrolling down for hours trying to get to the recipe. Jump to the recipe. Okay. All right. Cut each tortilla into 6 triangles. That's the first thing we're going to do. And I have very bad news. I have to show an ad for 3 minutes. So this is, you can look at this as a bathroom break, or you can look at this as a chance to get some household thing done. But this is just going to be shown to people that aren't subscribers, and it's part of my deal with Twitch. So let's go ahead and do that now. But you won't miss any content. All right, what's up, everybody? How you doing? I'm here to answer questions if you want. I'm going to refill the coffee. Let me check on roast beef real quick, make sure he's doing all right. Yeah, roast beef seems to be doing okay. Let's take a look at him. I don't want to have content here that's interesting that the people aren't going to see that are watching the commercial. There we go. That's a nice little shot there. Roast beef asleep, sleeping well. Okay, Lacey T. Henry, have you ever thought of releasing a VR game where we can cook in your kitchen with all of your gadgets? Dark Aegis and I were thinking it would be a great way to learn how to cook. That is really a great idea. I'll talk to Mark Cohen about it, who's made the other games that we've played here. He might be able to develop something like that. How are we doing against the clock here? We've got another minute and 20. Okay. Command Arsonist says, did I miss the tortilla nixtamalization guide? No, we're not nixtamalizing ourselves. That would be like a 6-hour probably stream. But JSBX fan says, Henry, can you repeat the subscription model for more roast beef content? Yep, we've definitely got roast beef. Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay. He's sleeping now. He looks pretty comfortable. I'm gonna get some more coffee here. How are we doing? Blurry Little Quest asks, when is the next installment of Will He Lick It? Yeah, we're going to do it soon. I'm going to be doing more of them on the TikTok. If you guys want to follow the TikTok, I think Will He Lick It is a great segment for that. In fact, there is one that you may not have seen if you haven't been on the TikTok. If you want to go to Henry's Kitchen's TikTok. Thank you very much, It's K2X, for giving that link. And you can see a Will He Lick It that's recent, and I'll be doing more. Okay, so the unsubs are back. Everybody's here. Time to get back to work. So let's go to our easy tortilla chips. We'll see if they're easy or not. For the best homemade tortilla chips, fry them. Yeah, we already read that. We're not doing that. Cut each tortilla into 6 triangles. So I'm going to do that now. Now, if you have a really sharp knife, you might be able to get away with cutting all of them at the same time. I'm going to try it. There's 4 of these. I don't know if that's going to be successful or not, but I'm going to do the best I can. But I really don't want to use a sharp knife because it's going to involve me having to get my chainmail and my other protective gloves and stuff. If you sort of waggle the knife a little bit like this, that might give you a little bit of leverage. KC 2.0 says, I use a pizza roller to cut multiple tortillas at once. Oh, that's smart. That is a smart idea. I need to do more, what's the word, smart things here when I'm cooking. But I never really know until the time that we're doing them. So that would have been a good thing to prepare. But I'm almost all the way through. Sakabra says, would cutting on the cutting board help? I guess I could. I was worried that if I cut it on the cutting board, then I might accidentally slice the cutting board up with my knife. You don't think that'll be an issue? Okay, there's something that's going to be a problem here. And that's that it's supposed to be cut into 6s. But I don't know how that's mathematically possible. So I'm just going to cut them into triangles. Oh yeah, no, this is actually going to work perfectly. If you are working with a circular tortilla, like a lot of you are, you should find that the geometry is going to work out in your favor. That was good. Wow. That really worked, and these look like you could almost eat them right now, but we're not going to do that, obviously. Line a plate with paper towels or a clean dishcloth. Oh, wait, no. I'm doing... Oh, shit. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees. I should have read that a long time ago. So that's going to hold us back. That's going to really hold us back. Line 2 baking sheets with parchment paper or use a silicone mat. I'm going to use this because I've used this in the past. It's very filthy though, so I will be putting parchment paper on it. You don't want to put anything directly on there because that's residue from the other things that you've cooked on it is going to be very damaging to your health. Okay, so then we want to get this. If you have parchment paper, I don't know if a lot of people have worked with parchment paper, but usually when you pull it, there's a part of it that's ridged or rigid or perforated or whatever. so that you should be able to cut it as you pull it. So you want to get a piece that's about the length of your cookie sheet, and then cut it. Okay? Lay it over your cookie sheet like so. And now what's it saying? It's saying spray or brush the tortillas on both sides with oil. Oh, apparently I was supposed to do that before I cut them. Damn it. Damn it. So now I have to treat all of these individually, whereas it would have been much easier if I had just done it to the full tortilla. That's kind of a drag, but I think we'll be okay. Let's just spray these down. Give it a good shake. Let's read the directions on here. Hold the can 6 to 10 inches from the cookware or food. Adjust finger pressure on nozzle to drip, stream, or spray. Oh, interesting. So you can drip, stream, or spray depending on how hard you press it down. Light pressure for drip, medium for stream, and full pressure for spray. Warning, keep container tightly closed and store in a cool, dry place. Do not store above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not spray into open flames or onto heated surfaces. Avoid spraying into your eyes. Contents are under pressure. Do not puncture or incarcerate. Keep out of the reach of children. Okay, so let's go ahead and shake this. So we did fuck up because we were supposed to put the oil on the tortillas and then cut them, and that we've made the job much harder. But fortunately, this spray, it looks like it's going to save the day because you've got this pressure situation. Hold on a second. Well, that's just a spray. Supposedly, if I do it very lightly, it's supposed to drip. Oh, come on. It's all spray. It's just all spray. Okay. Okay, so that was one side. Now you want to get the other side. You'd be amazed if you went to a restaurant to find out how much oil and butter that they're putting in your food. It's really not even funny. Scuba Steve 361 says they forgot to mention that you should not spray it on your cat. Yes, do not spray this on your cat. Why did they just talk about don't spray it on your children? Don't spray it on anybody. What are they doing? Children. Dazzlecat says, hope you brought gushers, but that was to Alexander Dean. So there's a mini conversation happening if you want to read it. Lex4 Live, what's the coolest place to store it? In a Lamborghini? That would be a pretty cool one, or maybe a nice, like a Corvette. Parasitosis says, can I use spray oil if I have the mental capacity of a child? Probably not. Probably in that case, better to either use the butter or just, you know, maybe just buy it. I don't know. We're going to see whether tortilla chips are, in fact, worth the work, because you can also just get a bag of them. That's always an option. But, yeah. Okay, now I think it's time for our seasonings. So we're going to start with a little bit of our salt. Actually, you want a lot of salt. And then some pepper. A little bit of our stoked paprika. This is going to give it that stoked flavor. And finally, I'm using a fine cumin from the Whole Foods original brand. And there you have it. Now we just need to wait for our oven to preheat because I didn't get to that late. But I know you guys probably have questions. Anybody who's curious about roast beef, we can take a quick peek at what he's up to. I think he's sleeping. Yeah, sort of rustling in his sleep a little bit, but he's back to being happy in his happy place again, so that's nice. And we also, if anybody's curious about the Twitch subscribers, 493 subscribers, so that's good. And then we've got 2 Factor signups. So I want to say thank you to the folks out there who signed up for Factor. I'm going to be demonstrating the website in a little bit, but in the meantime, I want to just tell you it's a meal plan service. They have chefs that prepare meals for you that you choose based on whether you want healthy or decadent or keto or whatever your preference is. And they send it to you. And I think the cool thing about that is that the only times I've ever been successful at keeping myself from overeating are the times that I was too lazy to go out to McDonald's and get fast food. So I had to deal with whatever was here in the house. And if you've got a healthy Factor one sitting there, you'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll just have a healthy meal instead of going out and getting McDonald's or whatever. Or any one of these fast food type joints. JB's Tech, something you know and something you have. Yeah, absolutely. Malf says, I like the tie and formal apron combo. Thank you very much. This is new for me. The reason that you won't see a lot of people cooking like this is because you're cooking food and getting grease and coffee and all sorts of stuff on your nice clothes. So it's really a very stupid thing to do if you have a nice shirt and tie and you're using it while you're cooking in the kitchen. But I've always said that if stupid is what you're calling me, well, guilty as charged. Fawcan. It looks like Fawcan just resubscribed for 22 months. Thank you so much, Fawcan, and thanks for being one of our original users. Right from the very beginning, Fawcan and I had a chat about moderation, and Fawcan has been living in moderation on the Henry's Kitchen stream for many years, or however many years we've been here. Chop Saw Charlie resubscribed for 5 months. Great looking food, Henry. Hope you're having a swell day. By the way, do you know why my right ball is 3 times larger than my left? Thanks, Henry. Not sure what kind of balls you're talking about, but obviously I really wouldn't have any way to know that. But maybe it's a riddle, and we'd like to know the answer. J Drum 1309 resubscribed for 2 months and says Twitch Prime sub for roast beef. Use it to pay for more water for him to drink from his fountain of youth, please. Yeah, that thing is a fountain of youth. Anonymous. Well, first I'm going to say Poop27 resubscribed. Thank you, Poop27. Anonymous tipped $5 and said, happy birthday to Kairosa. Well, maybe that's time for a song. I didn't know that Kairosa, another one of our main users who practices moderation. Let's get some reverbus on. Check 1, 2. Oh boy, this one's going to be a difficult one. I think you stumped me on this. Does anybody have any way that I can incorporate Kairosa's name? Oh yeah, okay, Munch Hotel's got it. Oh yeah, Blurry Little Quest. We've got a few of them. All right, here we go. It's nobody's birthday. No need to bust out the wine. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a glitch in time. I forgot the real lyrics. It's nobody's birthday. No point in making mimosas, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but Kairosa's. All right. And our oven is prepped and ready. So that's good. Let us go then now to the next order of business, which is to put these in the oven. If you're just joining us, we're making homemade restaurant-style tortilla chips. No point in going to a restaurant. You can stay home all the time now, especially if you get your meals delivered to you through Factor. And that was a nice segue. And if you want to do that, you can go to the link on my About page and get a discount. And so anyway, I'm going to put these now in the oven. And we're going to put them in there for how long? This recipe comes to us from the easytortillagals.com. Lightly season each chip and then put it in there for 20 minutes. So computer, can we set timer for 20 minutes?
20 minutes, starting now.
Sounds kind of distorted there. I hope everything's okay. All right, so we have a little bit of time here. Dazzlecat, does Anonymous know all of our birthdays? Well, yeah, probably with all the hacked databases. Yeah, Anonymous, of course, is the organization that has no headquarters. It's really more of a movement, if you will, of digital hackers that are sort of the modern day Robin Hood in a way. And not just modern day. If you look at the song credits for some songs like Greensleeves, it says written by Anonymous. So that hacker group has been around for at least 500 years, making songs and making people happy. Battle 11 Pants says, Henry, your reverb is still on. Okay, sorry about that. Check 1, 2. All right, well, it's time for a little demonstration. I'm going to be demonstrating the website for Factor. Factor is a meal service company that has graciously sponsored the Henry's Kitchen stream before, and they're doing it today. Today's stream is sponsored by Factor, and for that I'm very appreciative. And I'm going to just do a quick demonstration of what they do and what their website is. But if you are at any point interested in subscribing to Factor, I will say that you will get 50% off your first Factor box and free wellness shots for life if you use my link. And my link is being shared right now as we speak from Stream Elements, and you can see it in the chat area. And you can also go to the About section and click on the banner there. Now that means that you can choose 2 free wellness shots from the 3 available flavors for every order while you are still an active subscriber. So yeah, what they mean is that they're not going to send you free wellness shots for the rest of your life unless you are still a customer with them. That's the way that works. So I want to make sure there's no confusion. Stabby7 says, they say the pen is mightier than the sword. But it didn't slice. Okay, this Stabby7 is saying something that I don't know if is is appropriate. It's debatable. So you can read Stabby Seven's thing there. I'm trying to figure out if it's the chunks. Shamefully, I live in Canada and cannot partake in such fantastic deal. No, the chunks. I'm going to correct you on that. There is nothing shameful about living in Canada. And, the Canadian people are good people. They have a fine community up there, great cuisine, a lot of great night spots, and overall just a community of very warm and loving and polite people. And I never want to hear you feel ashamed because you live in Canada and you can't partake in this deal. You actually can if you live in the Ontario province. You can, I believe you can order Factor. However, it won't count toward this particular promotion that we're doing because this is just focused on getting new U.S. subscribers. Wow, there's 3 of you at this point who have subscribed, and I really appreciate that, using my link. I appreciate that. Thank you. Look, for me to put on a nice dress shirt and a tie and start talking about corporate products and sponsorships and stuff like that, it's difficult for me because most of my life I've been kind of what many would call a loser. And here I am well into my 50s and finding that I don't have much. Just a cat who's not even really, doesn't even really do much. And a lot of virtual friends and my cooking. And I think it's time for me to sell out a little bit, if you will. And so that's kind of what's happening. And I appreciate you going along with me. Okay, Henry, can I replace my allergy shots with these wellness shots? Allergy shots, I remember doing those in my early 20s. Now, I'm not a medical expert, so I can't really speak to anything like that. So if you are being prescribed allergy shots, I think you should definitely keep doing that. But the wellness shots are basically just things that are good for you, vitamins. Okay. Sun Jockey says, Henry, I love the convenience of these subscription-based meal programs, but I have a pretty big problem that I'm not sure Factor will be able to help me with. You see, I have allergy and or dietary restrictions that make me very particular when it comes to my food. I can't imagine Factor would take that into account. Well, Sun Jockey, au contraire, mon frère, because Factor indeed does have specific meal plans, even ones that are suited to your allergy and or dietary restrictions that make you particular when it comes to your food. And we're going to get into that when we check out their website. I just need to make sure that I can do this from a technical standpoint. Oh, geez. Come on. I need to work with Quanto a little bit to try to get some of this technical stuff worked out. We did a check and it worked out great, but I need to get to the website. Okay, so if you click on the link that's in the chat there from Stream Elements that says Factor, and it's got my link. Oh wow, look at that. Hold on a second. Macy is one of our users here who has just tipped $10 and says, I'm in the National Guard and on a mission right now, and I just wanted to let you know that your cooking means more to me than my military service. Well, that sounds a little hyperbolic. What you're doing is very important work, and thank you, Macy, but we very much appreciate, and by we, I mean me, appreciate your tip, and that's going to go toward probably replacing the foam pad that I was standing on to help me with my back problems. So thank you, Macy. That's very generous of you. And also, Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to Anonymous Seesaw. So thanks, everybody. And all right. Well, let's get back to the website here. All right. So you should see in front of you the website. It wouldn't be my life if I didn't have some kind of technical problems. But okay. Hopefully you're still there. You can see me. You can hear me. And everything's right with the world. Let me just do a check. Can you hear me? You should see in front of you. How's this? Is everything working from a technical standpoint? Into the Ink says, hey, Borsenvin, I'm in Paris right now, and I'm noticing a lot of people are French. Is that unusual? I know this was a question for Borsenvin, but I could also answer that. It's not unusual to find French people in Paris. In fact, some would say that that's their natural habitat, but that's debatable. Mochi's Nirvana says, yeah, I'm just trying to pick my meals. Oh, wow, you're ahead of me. Okay, well, thank you, Mochi's Nirvana. That's very cool of you and very supportive. And Seaman Arsonist says, hello, Henry. My grandma got toxoplasmosis, but she doesn't have a cat in the house. How do you explain this from a scientific standpoint? I don't know what toxoplasmosis is. I'm guessing it's related to having a cat in the house. There is cat scratch fever, which isn't just a rock song. It's also a condition that's very serious. But anyway, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't want to speak out of turn, maybe Quanto can help me with this one, but it says enter code. That just came up when I clicked on the link, so I'm thinking that this Factor SE47690 is my code. That's the code that will get you the 50% off and also help us here at Henry's Kitchen. Reducer 191 says, will the link remain active for a while? I'm currently moving out, but once I get settled, a meal plan with pre-made meals would be perfect. Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, this is going to stay up here for a month. Okay, so that's quite nice of you to ask about that. And hold on, I'm just going to really quickly divert here and go to... it says here, Henry tipped $2. Henry tipped $2 and says, hi, Henry, I'm a firefighter in training, and I'm using your videos and streams to learn how to cook at the fire station. Wow, well, that's pretty exciting. I love you. P.S. My name is also Henry, and I think it's a lovely name. We're destined for each other. Henry, when I was growing up, I didn't meet a lot of people named Henry, and I feel like the name is becoming more popular now, and I like that. I'm happy about that. Because it makes me feel less alone. All right. So you should see in front of you the Factor website. And this, of course, is the website that we're working with today. I'm sorry, I have, what is it, ADD or OCD or all of the above, but I keep on every time a new thing comes in, I get distracted. But I really want to do this. Let's go into the website here. So we're going to get our 50% off. Well, let's look first at some of the stuff here, how it works. You're going to pick your ready-made meals. Choose from 35 plus fresh, never frozen meals and 55 plus add-ons every week. So these are not going to go in the freezer, you guys. You put these in the refrigerator and you eat them pretty much over the next couple of days after you get them. That way they're fresh. And I want to mention to everybody that I actually am part of the service, this one, and I've also done HelloFresh, and I have various reasons for that, so I'll talk about it. But that's why I'm I'm coming from experience on this. We prep and cook and deliver your meals. Yeah, they have actual chefs that put together very specific meals based on what your preference is. Our gourmet chefs prepare your meals so you can enjoy more leisure. Yeah. Look, obviously, what we do here at Henry's Kitchen is we cook. That's what we do, and that's what I teach you how to do. But obviously, if you have the ability to not cook, that's so much better. And you can use that time to do things like play video games or maybe play music, write songs. Let somebody else cook for you. Heat, eat, and enjoy. No prep, no mess. Our meals arrive and they're ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. And it's great. So let's take a look at these plans. You can use meal plans that fit your diet and your goals. So no matter what your eating or dietary lifestyle is, Factor serves up the meals that you're looking for with our flexible menu of chef-crafted, dietitian-approved options. We've got Protein Plus, so that's going to give you your protein. Protein, if I'm not mistaken, is good for muscles. I wouldn't know. Calorie Smart, perfectly portioned with 550 calories or less. That's if you're on a diet for sure. That probably wouldn't be my choice. I like something a little bit more decadent. Keto friendly. So this is going to be the low carb diet. There's also chef's choice. This is getting into the stuff that I'd be more into. Whole food ingredients to fit any lifestyle. That looks like a nice mushroom chicken over some pasta with some green beans. Vegan, veggie, if you're into that. Breakfast. Pancakes, egg bites, frittata, and more. Snacks and desserts. Now, this is where I said that they've expanded a lot since what we did a year ago. They've got now shakes and smoothies, if you're on the go, and extra proteins. And don't forget about the wellness shots that are free if you use the link. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get into the website here by pushing Get 50% Off. And it's going to take us to a whole new section here. Uh-oh. I think I know what happened here. Hold on a second. I had this issue before and I know exactly how to fix it. Come on. Okay, so obviously a few of you have been able to successfully get in there. I blame myself for being not very fluent when it comes to issues of websites and whatnot. So let me go to it now. Okay. I'm going to copy it. See, I'm trying to do it in the incognito mode because I don't want to get doxxed, as they say. And it's real concerning because I've had times before, if you look at some of the old DVDs where I've actually shown not only my address, but also pictures of myself in compromising positions. But if you're curious to know which episodes, I don't know, you'd have to go back and watch all of them, and it's multiple hours. But all right, I'm going to check in with the chat here real quick. No Frag TV, do they have an option for my coffee and cigarettes diet? Well, I certainly used to have the cigarettes diet. I don't anymore for the last 7 years, and I'm very happy about that because I don't think it's good for you. You know, that's according to what I've read, but it could be that it's very healthy for you depending on which website you read. Coffee, I think is good. I think you're going to have your coffee and your cigarettes while you're eating the meals that are sent to you, but that shouldn't be a big thing. Dandelion, congrats on quitting cigs. Thanks. Hopefully you're talking to me, and because I did quit cigs, yeah. But it sounds like No Frag TV is still smoking them, and yeah, it was very difficult for me because I started associating cigarettes as being sort of like my friend, and it was like giving up a friend. But now looking back, I'm like, why was I thinking that? That's really stupid. Anyway, we're getting off, and I don't want to get off right now. We got to go back to what we're doing here. So let's go. Okay, here we go. Now we are on the Factor website, and I got here through clicking on the link that's in the that keeps repeating in the chat area. So let's explore some of these meals in a little bit more depth. So if you use my link, you're going to get 50% off your first box, and also these free wellness shots for as long as you're using the service. So ready-made meals, fresh meals that arrive ready to heat, eat and enjoy in minutes. Chicken and mushroom terrazzini. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. And by the way, I'm going to be ordering these. I'm not doing them now because I don't want to dox myself, but I will be getting these so that we can all enjoy them on a stream in the future, like a week from now during the length of the campaign. So cavatappi Italian style pork ragu. See, you've got a nice balance there of your greens. I think you call this carnivorous greens. Computer, stop. I don't remember what that timer was for. I think it was for the ad, but I don't think it's time for an ad yet. Artichoke and spinach chicken. See, look at these. These are all delicious. So now if I want to go to their plans, I'd go up to the top here, and you've got your preferences. You've got the chef's choice, or if you're into keto, you could do that. You can go calorie smart, flexitarian. And I do want to reiterate, the only time that I've ever really been successful at keeping myself from overeating is when I've arranged it so that the only food that I had available, readily available to eat within a couple of minutes, was food that was healthy for me. So I actually highly recommend, if you are into wanting to keep your calories down, just order the Calorie Smart plan, and that way those are going to be readily available for you to eat anytime you want, and you're not going to be tempted to go out to, fast food and do all that. It's in a way, you're making your laziness work for you, because you're not leaving the house and you're still eating, but you've only surrounded yourself with low-calorie items. Flexitarian, so that's well-balanced meals centered around veggies and purposeful proteins for a flexitarian lifestyle. So you can see they've covered all the bases here. Vegan, veggie, wholesome, flavorful, meat-free meals. And then when you do this, it's going to want you... I don't think it's any big secret what my email is, but I guess everybody just saw it. Delicious meals starting at $11. Let's go back one. Kairosa says, Henry, I don't know if you can tell from chat, but everyone's wondering if Factor meals have potato chips. I would imagine they probably do, but you'd have to look at... Oh, you know what? I just remembered right now what that alarm was. It's for our chips because I smell them now. I'm going to take our chips out. We're going to take a break from the website for just a second. Okay, I left them in, I think, too long. But not too long. I mean, I guess we'd have to watch the DVD to see how long we left them in there. But it said 20 minutes, and I think we might have gone maybe a minute past that. So that's a little bit annoying, according to this recipe that we were looking at was the Tortilla Gals or something like that, and they said put it in for 20 minutes, but I think that they told us to put it in for too long. So that's really not ideal. I'm going to let them cool down, though, a little bit. As a matter of fact, I have a little bit of cheese. I got some sharp cheddar. I'm going to put this on there. See what I'm doing here. This is what you call nachos. So this is actually a variation on tortilla chips and salsa. This is adding cheese or queso, and you get a dish called nachos, which is very popular in the American Southwest. And very now this is a good example of a meal which is high in saturated fat, and it's not something that you're going to be wanting to eat a lot of. But sometimes you come home and you know, you sit down with your cat and you want to watch a Hallmark movie or whatever, and you just reach for foods like this because that's what's available to you. Well, with the Factor Meal Plan service, you can actually get ahead of situations like this by getting on the low-calorie plan, for example, and just having a few in the refrigerator that are ready within minutes to heat up and enjoy. I'm not BSing here. I've actually had success at keeping myself from overeating by using this strategy. But at the moment, I don't really care about my particular eating habits, so I would probably choose some of the more decadent recipes that they have on there. So here, let's go back to the website here, and hopefully, yeah, there it is. Okay, so everybody can see this okay, and you can hear me, and everybody's feeling good. I'm not particularly happy about what I've been doing in the kitchen lately, so I think it's all even a better time for us to be looking at these meal plan services. So once you've chosen your preference, for example, Chef's Choice is an easy one. That one you just then you go over to number 2, which is you select your meals per week. You can do 6, 8, 10, you know. It looks like 10 is the most popular. And I don't know if you remember, you can do breakfast on there. So that's good. But again, this is flexible. It's based on whatever your particular preference is. And it's got the price there. And of course, you're going to be getting a discount. So if you use the link that is the Henry's Kitchen link, that you can either see in the About section, sort of where my bio is. You can see a panel there, and you could just click directly on that on Twitch, or it should be going around in the chat as well. But yeah, so instead of $124.90, you're going to be cutting that down to $62. So that's this particular deal. And I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, and then there's Q&A and all of these other things. So just once again, and then we're going to go back to our normal content. But I do want to thank very much the good folks at Factor for giving us a sponsorship here. I'm sorry, I'm dealing with a lot of technical stuff on my end. And I know you guys have questions, and I'm going to get to them. But it says here, just one more time. Get 50% off your first Factor box and free wellness shots for life using my link. That means you can choose 2 free wellness shots from the 3 available flavors for every order while you're an active subscriber. So there you go. 50% off your first box. Midnight Faded says, you've been working on presentation. Very good job. Thank you, Midnight Faded. I'm definitely out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I am trying to give this whole life thing a chance. And that's why I'm wearing the tie. And I think you have to do that every now and then. You have to reinvent yourself. Consensual Bandit says 90% of cheese not on chips. Oh, you must be talking about our dish here. I didn't set out to make nachos today. Nachos is a byproduct of, what am I trying to say? Of tortilla chips. But I would say overall these aren't the worst. Let's give them a try. I want to try to get a lot of cheese on there. So you do bring up a good point, Consensual Bandit. A lot of the cheese, as you can see, has fallen off the chips. But I'm going to actually manually put the cheese on there. And for some reason, the cheese didn't melt, which surprises me. It's supposed to be melted. But let's go ahead and make ourselves a nice little nacho here, and let's see how it goes. Very crisp and kind of that burned taste. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, no. Damn. What happened? We didn't cook it that long. We should have done the fried. Oh. That's nasty. Sorry, Look. Am I upset about the fact that I botched the dish today? Not completely, because the good folks at Factor actually provide a service. They're not only supporting Henry's Kitchen, but they also provide meals that they will send right to your house, so you don't have to run the risk of doing a dish that's going to come out not only not tasting good, but that might have just done some harm to my innards. I'm hoping it didn't, but I need more water there. Damn, that's a taste that's not going to go away for a long time. Also, I don't think those tortilla chips were... It's Kate X says, perfect segue. Thank you. I was pretty happy with that as well. Parasitosis says that's called blackened tortilla chips. Okay, well, as long as it's a thing, as long as it's an actual thing that people have done in the past, then I'm okay with that. Because I just don't want to be the guinea pig, if you will. What was I going to do? I think I might just have some cheese. I'm really not feeling good after that. I want something to cleanse the palate here. Okay, everybody. Well, if you want to see one more time what we did today, this is the nachos. This is the one that they had on the website. Of course, they didn't use the cheese. Theirs look more golden and kind of crispy and shiny and nice. Whereas ours, just not really quite there, I guess. But it's okay. I think it's time to do our thank you song, and I'm gonna put these away for now. I don't like to waste food. Although those tortillas I think had expired a few weeks ago, but I will be looking at some of those tortilla chips in a little bit to see if there's some on the outside maybe that weren't cooked as much, so that I can actually salvage some of them. All right, let's see how we're looking here. Grody resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you, Grody. Evidently Ethereal resubscribed for 5 months. Thank you. And Mochi's Nirvana gifted a tier 1 sub to Bayo. Thank you, Mochi. And Jaffe resubscribed for 17 months. And Henry tipped $2, and that catches us up. Okay. Jaffe says, can I play one of your videos while eating a Factor meal to pretend it's a dish I learned from you, Henry? Yeah, absolutely. You can feel free to do that, but know that the Factor meals are actually prepared by real gourmet experienced chefs who work for a company that does actual meal service plans. And not just cooking, explaining from their kitchen the way that I do on YouTube. Tugs Nug says, I wish they were prepared by Henry. Yeah, well, maybe I'll see if they'll want to employ me for something like that. Munch Hotel says, Henry, I am literally 3 monkeys in a trench coat. Does Factor have a meal plan that fits my lifestyle? I doubt it. I really kind of doubt it. They definitely, I think when they say lifestyle, they're talking about whatever your dietary lifestyle is. Okay, and there goes the link again. And then I'm going to shut up about it. But Stream Elements, get 50% off your first Factor 75 box and free wellness shots for life using my link. 2 free wellness shots per order with an active subscription. There's a link there, and you can get signed up with the plan. And 3 of you already have, and I want to say thank you so much for doing that. It does help Henry's Kitchen, but also it's a good deal. It's 50% off. So, all right, I think it's time to go ahead and do our thank you song. It really doesn't smell good in my kitchen right now, and I'm glad that roast beef has moved somewhere else. So we're gonna have to. Maybe he wasn't digging. Let me just do a wellness check on roast beef. Yeah, roast beef. He's doing all right. He's sleeping. I'm not sure that this was his favorite tortilla chip recipe that we've done. let's turn the reverb on. I want to look, gratitude in the kitchen is extremely important. This is a song that goes out to all of you, the users, who've done incredible things for us here at Henry's Kitchen. And I want to pull up everybody's, if anybody's keeping track in terms of the Twitch, we're at 498 subscribers. So I want to thank you very much for bringing us pretty damn close to the 500 mark. And let's go ahead and let's try to come up with a good, what would we say, like maybe a decent song to do this to. Maybe we'll do it to Jose Suicidio's Holy Guacamole. This song goes out to all of you, the users, the moderators, the technical advisors, the folks that run the Discord, the major streamers that have shown Henry's Kitchen videos to give us an audience here, the tier 3 subscribers, and others. And there's no way I could do a song that listed everybody that I wanted to thank, but I can certainly do a few of them. All right, here we go. Check 1. You can hear me okay? Check. Falcon and Dingo Bob, Dom Beef Hot Bear 1110, Do Dingle Dog Goggle, Dr. Flanges, Bacchus and also Shane Yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, it's Kate and Kairosa, Daisy Blossom, Sir Doom, Bumble Vision, the LGX, Pilskman, Melon 95, Nymforce and Moon XQC, Emeroo and Os Esplant, Bonnie Rabbit, don't forget Quanto. Okay, now this is going to be very difficult. Archmage Kale, Mochi's Nirvana, Sickly Boy, High 134G, SCD Test Boy, Melody, E-Lake _ Sexy Daddy 420, Purple Donut Filling is Fruit, Parasitosis, Saguaro, Ooh, Zodbane, Toke My Nuts, Game Master Flash, Gary Busey, ASMR, Zodiac Tone, Beelzebub, Hand Lips 1, Computer Please Fart for Me, Burrito 55555, Everyone Type Force and Nova Glarian, Tankard and Borson Vanilla with JV's Tech Clap Your Head, Johnny Bump 22, the Chironex, Dinosaur Neko Teso, Henry Philippopoulos, Shandis 2, Gayfish 69, Ransom GR, Icy J Frog, Freezy Frog, Pancake King 2, Cat Food, Taste Tester, Passion Error, Computer Help, Maros _ don't forget Nella Wallen on the bottom there that we just added. JV's Tech, thanks for renewing your tier 3 subscription. Also my friend Bill Larkin Music, who streams on Mondays, and I highly recommend you check it out. And don't forget Quanto. I was trying to go to the Bono pick because I thought we were getting requests from it. And then I went to the Chips. There's Bono, okay. Bono only comes out when there's technical problems, and if you're not having technical problems. All right. Well, there you have it, everybody. Hold on a second. Uh-oh. Did I miss another ad situation? I probably did, knowing me, huh? Let me check out. the Twitch. Oh, I can do an ad. I'm going to do an ad right now, and we're going to all come right back. Everybody just chill out for a second. This is an ad for the unsubscribers. Okay, is everybody still there? Okay, how are we doing here? Roast beef is still asleep in his bed. And everybody's here. Hank Boozle says, I've thrown out in a long time. Maybe that was an addendum to a previous type of a thing. I'm not sure. Wow. We've got another 2 minutes, so we're doing great. So what are you guys up to? JV's Tech. What do you mean? I've been right over here. Tugs Nug says roast beef, more like loast beef. I'm not sure I understand that. JSBX fan Henry, I got a Bansintown notification just now that I have a show tonight. Is that right? Oh my God. I think I do actually. Borsonvin, we should riot. Midnight Faded, does Factor have anything for an air diet? Henlips Tour. Okay, we've got another minute here. You know what I think I'm going to do? We've got another minute here. The people are dropping like flies. We had 440 viewers at some point, and now they've just, they're starting to drop. So maybe I'm going to go look at a roast beef again and see if that does anything for us. But unfortunately, he's not in a very cute position, and it's kind of grainy footage. So I don't know how we can add views right now. Maybe I'll show something. We could show more John.
I'll be talking about storage of your shop vac.
This isn't gonna.
Hi, this is John, and in this clip, we'll be installing our top slats. Hi, this is John, and in this clip, I'll be talking about ventilation.
Oh, this was Phaedrus' contribution to the, which one was this? The Valentine's Day contest, I believe. Valentine's Day costume contest. But that's, you know, I mean, that's definitely interesting. But we've had some other things as well in the past. Oh, here we go. Okay, everybody. I think we've had enough nonsense for the day, and I hope you enjoyed the nonsense, because we live in a nonsensical world, and it's hard sometimes to make sense out of it. And I'm just going to say one more time, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, and I appreciate everybody partaking in this this venture with me, but I want to thank the folks at Factor for sponsoring today's Henry's Kitchen. And I'm just going to say one more time. Oh yeah, and the one thing that I also failed to say is that, you know, we made a huge mess today with these damn chips, and they smelled, and my cat wound up moving into another room, and now I've got to open the windows, but then there's going to be flies coming in. Can you imagine how much easier your life would be if you just went to your fridge and got a fresh box of food that was made specifically for you by gourmet chefs, and you just pop that in the microwave for 2 minutes, and all of a sudden you're eating and you can move on with your life? That's one of the biggest selling points that I'd like to say about using factors. So one last time, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and say, if you use the link that's either on my About page on Twitch or the one that's going around in the chat here, it's my personal link. You can get 50% off your first factor box and free wellness shots for life using that link. That means you can choose 2 free wellness shots from 3 available flavors for every order while you are an active subscriber. There you go. I've said my piece, and I really appreciate you listening. Why don't we go ahead and close out with another song, shall we? It's Kate X says it's been posted on Discord if people need it later. Thank you, It's Kate X. Thanks for everything you do. You do amazing stuff like that I'm no good at, and I really appreciate that. So you can go to the Discord. Shrugsley says, thank you for another amazing afternoon, Henry. Fantastic as always. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Let's go ahead and do another original song. This is a song that I don't really do very often because it's not really a very good song. But it's another one of the ones that I wrote so many years ago. I guess this is probably about 30 years old, this song. And it was during that time where everybody was saying from hell, like, you know, this is the food from hell, or that's the restaurant from hell, or whatever. And so this was a song about the roommate that I had at that time, who was basically the roommate from hell. Thank you, Evil Ian02. It sounds like you're familiar with this one. And I'm going to try to remember the lyrics. Actually, I wonder if they're on one of these websites. Roommate from hell. And then maybe you could sing along. Lyrics. Well, there's another song called it, so I might have to actually put my name in there. For some reason, Jose Suicidio has found the ability to put his stuff on there. But, yeah, no, this one never made it on there. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it from memory, and we'll see how we do. Hello, testing. 1, 2, check. Help! Wait, have I had reverb on this whole time? Check, 1. The reverb was on. Okay, here we go. So is the reverb off now? Now it's on. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do the best I can to remember the lyrics for this obscure song from 30 years ago that meant a lot to me at that time. It's 10 o'clock a.m. He stumbles out of bed. He can't find his underwear, so he uses yours instead. And he walks into the kitchen, puts his feet up on the table, and it's clear he hasn't bathed in several days. He likes to put his... He reaches for some cornstarch, but he rubs into his feet, because he's got this condition called bromidrosis, where he sweats excessively. And he gives you this information while you're trying to eat your breakfast, and you wish that he'd just keep it to himself. He is the roommate from hell. He always dips his hot dog in his Nestle's chocolate quick. And I know that's not a crime, but it still just makes you sick. And he babbles with his mouth full, and then he belches in your face, and then he laughs, ha, because he thinks it's funny. And once you brought your girlfriend home, and when you opened up the door, he was drunk and naked and passed out on the floor. And the carpet smelled like vomit, and he something else, and then you almost fainted from the smell. He is the roommate from hell. Na 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 dolls. He grabs for your French fries after scratching his balls. He is the roommate from hell. Kairosa, chat, share your worst roommate story. Go for it. That was mine. Thank you. Evil Ian 02 says he's still got it, folks. I still got it. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I can't seem to kick it. Munch Hotel says, wait, did I live with Henry for a couple months back in the late 90s? You very well could have and not known about it. All right, everybody, I'm going to open up my back door, and I'm going to hope that the smell of those tortilla chips goes away. This wasn't a good one. I guess that probably goes without saying, but let's just say that the chip that I had has left some kind of a residue in my on my taste buds that I just can't seem to get rid of, and it's affecting my mental state. So I'm not saying don't make these chips from easytortillagals.com or whatever. They're probably fine. Just don't leave them in there. I did 20 minutes. That's what the recipe said, but I think we did let it run a little bit beyond that because... So maybe it's one of these things where you have a real small window of time for when you're going to be able to pull those out and have them be delicious. And I screwed it up. All right, everybody. Well, thanks again for joining us here in Henry's Kitchen. I'll be back here on Wednesday at the usual time, the usual Wednesday time, 11 a.m. And what we're going to do now is I want to go on and see if any of our buddies are out there that we can do a little bit of a raid or something, huh? Okay, let's see here. How do I go to that? Is our buddy Husky Boyo streaming right now? Let's check it out. I don't think he is, huh? He's not. He hasn't been streaming the last several times. Chef Reactions? I don't think he does Sundays. So maybe not Chef Reactions. The LGX? No. Well, none of our normal ones are at the moment streaming, and that's okay. Let's just everybody do what you want for the rest of the Sunday, and I'll be seeing you again at 11 a.m. For the last time, I want to thank Factor. You can see their banner right here at the top corner of the screen, if you look at it. And I want to thank them for sponsoring us today. And let's all be good to each other, and let's eat good food, and let's have a lot of fun for the next couple of days. One last look at roast beef. Sorry, that's the best we can get of them. It's kind of like that grainy footage of like the Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster or something. It's difficult, but it adds intrigue. All right, everybody. Thanks again, as always. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you on the Discord or at 11 a.m. on Pacific time on Wednesday, and we'll have another delicious dish ready for you and more songs and whatnot. Thanks.